after a GOP candidate for U.S. Congress said Puerto Ricans shouldn't be allowed to register to vote in Florida. A prominent Republican state lawmaker with a Puerto Rican background is endorsing his GOP primary opponent. The candidate, businessman John Ward, however, said Tuesday he was referring only to temporary residents from Puerto Rico, saying they should vote absentee in Puerto Rico. At a forum at the Mount Dora Republican Club last month for candidates running to succeed U.S. Rep. Ron DeSantis in District 6, which includes Mount Dora and Volusia County, Ward said, "I don't think Puerto Ricans should be allowed to register to vote, and it's not lost on me that I think the Democrat Party is really hoping they can change the voter register in a lot of counties and districts," Ward said, according to video of the event posted on his rival Fred Costello's YouTube page. "And I don't think they should be allowed to do that," Ward continued. "We should be looking to put the Puerto Ricans back in their homes. Post-Hurricane Maria. The idea that they can come to the mainland United States, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. But I think we should be thinking about it in terms of getting them back home, and providing the capital and resources to rebuild Puerto Rico. Which I honestly think is where they belong." Costello, a former Ormond Beach mayor and state representative, followed Ward at the forum by saying, "I absolutely disagree on people from Puerto Rico being able to register. Puerto Ricans are citizens of the United States of America," Costello said. "They have the right to go anywhere in the U.S. Do I want them to come here and register Democrat?" Costello said. "Of course not. I want them to understand they moved here for opportunities. They moved here to Florida because they want to take care of their families. I hope if they want individual liberty, personal responsibility, equal opportunity, we in the Republican Party need to show them we are the party they need to gravitate to." On Monday, State Rep. Bob Courts, R. Altamont Springs, issued a statement endorsing Costello, as a colleague, as a friend, and as a Puerto Rican American. Sadly, his primary opponent has made it clear he does not believe Puerto Ricans should be allowed to exercise their rights as American citizens. Courts said, "This is an outrage. No candidate for office in this great country should be so woefully ignorant of the Constitution and the rights it protects for American citizens. Electing a candidate like that is dangerous and would be a disservice, not just to the Puerto Rican Americans he would disenfranchise, but to all freedom-loving Americans." In an interview with the Orlando Sentinel on Tuesday, Ward clarified his remarks at the forum and said he was referring to temporary, displaced Puerto Ricans. "Puerto Ricans are American citizens, and if they're going to be permanently living here in Florida, of course they can register and be welcomed into the community," Ward said. Ward added he agrees with Governor Rick Scott that Puerto Rico needs to be rebuilt, to help Puerto Ricans go home if they want to go home. "I know if I was displaced from Florida and moved to another state, I would want to go back to Florida and would vote absentee unless I permanently settled in another state." Ward said he's never met Courts and believed his endorsement of Costello was more because they were friendly from serving together in the legislature than because of his comments at the forum. Retired Army Lieutenant Col. Michael Waltz is the third GOP candidate in the August 28 primary. Former United Nations Ambassador Nancy Soderberg, radiologist Stephen Seveny and attorney John Upchurch are running in the Democratic primary. Soderberg called Ward's comments an affront to our democracy. "Puerto Ricans are citizens of the United States, plain and simple, and every bit as American as John Ward," Soderberg said in a statement. "Every American citizen, regardless of where they come from, deserve a vote." Slemangelo at OrlandoSentinel.com, 407-418-5920 Worth, Steve Limongolo, Bill Nelson, Rick Scott battle for Orlando's Puerto Rican vote. Caption: The group's Conservatives on the Right Side of Equality is hosting an event in Orlando Tuesday to stress that the equal treatment of every American, including LGBT people, is a long-held conservative value. The group, Conservatives on the Right Side of Equality, is hosting an event in Orlando Tuesday to stress that the equal treatment of every American, including LGBT people, is a long-held conservative value. Caption: A New York congressional candidate said her successful bid to use campaign funds for childcare costs is a game-changer in politics. The New York congressional candidate said her successful bid to use campaign funds for childcare costs is a game-changer in politics.